They beat me up and stole my clothes. Those men wanted to have sex with me.
From Hollywood. Welcome to the Rat's Ass Podcast with Mojo Elliott.
Yeah, I swear I wasn't one of those men. I assure you, Mojo has always been a ditch digger.
Who gives a rat's
From the
ass?
steamy, dreamy Mojo studio on Sunset and Vine, overlooking a bunch of no good, filthy, dirty, rotten scoundrels. Who's ready to go on another wet and wild, action-packed adventure?
Let's do it.
Here's what's on tap on the Rap. My ship almost came in this weekend, but it turned around and went back out to sea. I'm going to kick socialism right in the taint, because I can. Conservative women are being attacked, and they really don't give a rat's ass. I'll tell you why. And where's the beef coming from? Another round of head trauma is on the way. It sounds dirty, but it's not. It's coming up. Plus our usual lunacy and loose behavior, including the angry American. And bunk on the head. That's what's happening today on the Rat's Ass Podcast for Monday, August 27th. Can you believe we got another month in the books already? How was your weekend? Did you have a good one? And I'm not asking to tell you about mine, but I will. It got into the 100s for the first time this summer in my neck of the woods, so I hung out at Zuma Beach for 3 days, where it was in the low 80s to chillax. And right now, I'm happy to say I'm sporting a savage tan. I might have to leave, go kiss myself, and come back. It looks so damn good. But you know what the sad part was? Moose Knuckle Mike and Camel Toe Candy weren't there because they split up. Mike is still in Maui with his new camel toe, Carmen, and Candy is living with her sister, Reese, in San Diego. I got to find a way to get these two back together. I got to play matchmaker here. It is so lonely to go to the beach, look out over the ocean, and not be able to see Mike and Candy walking hand in hand along the beach with the sun glistening off their tan-skinned bodies, and the moose knuckle and camel toe bulging for everybody to see. Plus, I had to pick up a to-go order at Neptune's Net. I didn't have anybody to sit there and have conversation with over fish and chips and beer. Oh, so lonely over the weekend, so I got to get to work on those too. Axe Radio on the Rat's Ass Podcast YouTube channel is coming along quite nicely. We've got over 1,000 pieces of audio-video content, including the top 10 videos from the core artist of Axe Radio, AC/DC to ZZ Top and everything in between, but I don't want to oversell this. I want you to go check it out for yourself at ratsasspodcast.com, and you hit on the YouTube icon on the hub, and then click on the playlist. Oh, yeah, I think you're going to find that it's a hell of a lot better than we used to hang out watching MTV back in the day. And hey, we just went over 5,000 followers on Facebook over the weekend. In fact, I think it's over 5,300. Is that right, Fleabag? Yeah, so thank you if you're following the Rat's Ass Podcast on the old Facebook. And don't forget, this Thursday is our second anniversary show. Fleabag and I are going to turn into the Booze Brothers, so BYOB and join us. I promise, too. It's Frat Day, which means new politics. Nothing but lunacy and loose behavior. All right, let's get into the rap today. Saturday, I had to go fill up my tank, where gas is now $6 a gallon again. The pump wouldn't take my card because it was broken, so I had to go inside to pay. And for rubs and tugs, I played the California Powerball. It was worth 48 million buckaroos. And if I do this, I just play one quick pick. I figure if lightning's going to strike, you only need to play one quick pick. That's all. And I'll be damned if I didn't get 3 numbers. And the other 2 of the 3 numbers were just 1 number off. And the bonus number was 4 numbers off. Yeah, that's how close Mojo came to streaking for the first time since the 80s. Well, wait, there was that one time I went streaking in Palm Springs at the company Christmas party. But you know, that's when that was applauded. Loose behavior was applauded and appreciated. You didn't get hit with damn lawsuits because someone got offended by seeing a man's flaccid Tyrannosaurus Rex flipping and flopping in the wind. Yeah, the good old days. But if you're paying attention to the DSA, the dipshits of America, they're trying to sucker voters in with the idea of Medicare for all. Now, listen to this former Canadian where she escaped Medicare for all. Then you tell me if you like it, and like it a lot.
Hello, good morning, Canadian, living in the United States. One of the little missions that I have on the go is trying to understand the people that absolutely despise our current administration. And one of the things that I have learned that we are pushing for is the free universal health care. Now, as someone who lived with universal health care in Canada for 32 years of my life, I have a little bit of insight. Unfortunately, I don't think that we are aware of what we are asking for. I would like to show you how Canada's universal healthcare system is going. So be prepared. I made some notes. We want universal healthcare until we learn that 1 in 10 Canadians admitted to the ER waits more than 48 hours for a bed. We want universal healthcare until we learn that almost 1 million Canadians leave the emergency room before receiving care because the wait is too long. We want universal healthcare until we learn that emergency physicians start warning that dangerously long waits are costing lives. We want universal healthcare until Canada's own healthcare experts call emergency department overcrowding a national crisis. We want universal healthcare until we learn that specialist wait lists grow so long that doctors start closing their practices to new referrals. We want universal healthcare until we learn that nearly 6 million Canadians do not have access to a family doctor. We want universal healthcare until the system has fewer hospital beds per person than most developed countries while the demand keeps rising. We want universal healthcare until emergency departments become so overcrowded that patients are treated in the hallways because there are not enough beds. I think we need to be careful of what we're asking for. And if we're not going to be careful, can we at least be informed?
So do we really want some of that? Now, keep in mind, the USA has 349 million people. Canada only has 36 million, 10 times the number of people. So can you imagine the wait times in America where we have a doctor shortage? I have to believe that the times will be 10 times as longer. So think about that. You're in severe pain. You can't take it. And you got to wait 10 times longer than somebody from Canada for treatment. God, I hope you have a high tolerance for pain. The leftist media is getting their sheep to participate in throwing shade at conservative women by going on social media platforms to bash them. And then the big one, videos from the cars, trashing them because they look hot and well put together. No, by the way, I got to tell you, the car rant thing is over. Okay, nobody takes somebody who sits in the car and rants for 60 seconds seriously anymore. They really don't, especially men. Guys, if you want to rant, do it on the shitter. You'll get more page views that way. Yeah, I'm not sure what the strategy is here either behind this, other than attempting to demean these beautiful, intelligent heartbreakers. I can tell these whack jobs that it won't work. Because conservative women who've always ignored you, made fun of these folks, don't really care that a bunch of fat, stupid, ugly, tattooed, facially pierced, colored-haired, piss-poor, broke liberals call them. They really don't care. In fact, it empowers them. So keep it up. And another one of your damn fads will backfire on you. They'll turn out to vote in droves. Probably be like you and vote twice. I do want to throw out a challenge to the Democrats, the socialists, and the liberals, though. Why don't you guys try to come up with some ideas that actually work, offer solutions for the problems people face economically? But you cannot rely on this Robin Hood bullshit idea of taking from the rich and redistributing it to the poor. It's been done before. It doesn't work. So come up with something new. I'll bet my third nut that you cannot do it.
Where's the beef?
Where's what?
Where's the beef?
That's the question everybody's asking these days. President Trump, Mr. McDonald's, announced he's going to waive tariffs on 660 million pounds of beef from countries like Argentina for a 3-month period to try and bring down the beef prices here at home. Now, American ranchers are said to be pissed about this, but here's the reality of the situation. Our ranchers can't keep up with demand. You see, kids, when the demand goes up and there's less product, the prices rise. You know, when the Biden administration let 20 million, 25 million, we really don't know. We know it's millions of illegals slip into the country. Guess what? They got to pack their poopers too. So thank you again, Joe Biden, for doubling and tripling the prices for every goddamn thing because of this situation. And this is another reason why you have to let ICE do their jobs. That's how you get prices down. Less demand. All right, let's see what has the angry American ready to hang himself today. This is Tim Kramer.
Just for context, those on the left that call you a racist, they believe that race is more important than merit. They believe that your skin color has more to do with your character than your character has to do with anything else. That's what they believe. That's because they're racist. Those that call you a Nazi and a fascist were supporting a dude who had a Nazi tattoo on his chest. And the only thing that stopped them from supporting the dude with a Nazi tattoo was the fact that he was also a sexual predator. They call you a hilljack, a rube, a hillbilly. They call you a redneck. The guy who's replacing the Nazi in Maine, that dude the Democrats picked, he's a cousin fucker. He had kids with his second cousin. So, don't worry about the name calling, folks. Everything they say is a projection of who they are.
That's a bingo.
He hasn't taken his Raiders jersey off since last Thursday, and it was a freaking preseason game.
Yeah, well, the win is a win, baby.
Here's Mojo Elliott with his spin on sports on the Wrap.
Yeah, the Raiders outsiders pretending to be insiders were freaking out yesterday because running back Ashton Chenty was carted off the field with an apparent leg injury. The players took a knee and said a prayer for Chenty, and when this happens, the outsiders always freak out. They think it's something really serious. Well, it turns out he has a sprained ankle, and it isn't considered to be a long-term injury. He might miss week 1, hopefully not week 2. Enos Kanter, the ex-NBA player who recently declared himself eligible for the WNBA draft, was thrown out of a WNBA game for getting into a verbal skirmish with Chicago Sky player Natasha Cloud. He was wearing a T-shirt that defined what a woman is. That caused the skirmish, right? They're screaming at each other right in the middle of a game. Now, look, while I appreciate Kanter making a mockery of the WNBA, he's doing this more to bring attention to himself. It's nothing more than a publicity stunt. He'll never suit up in a WNBA uniform. Never. But let's enjoy the circus while it's in town. And that is my spin on sports on the Wrap.
Rat's Ass Podcast. Head trauma.
All right, are you ready to play? It sounds dirty, but it's not. I know I am. I'm going to give you 3 clues to guess what I'm describing. And it does sound dirty, but it's not. Clue number 1, I get turned on by men or women in charge. Clue number 2, you're finished before I am. And clue number 3, I'm the last strap-on you'll ever experience. Okay? Again, I get turned on by men or women in charge. You're finished before I am. And I'm the last strap-on you'll ever experience. It sounds dirty, but it's not. All right, go put a bra on your head and come back. I'll have the answer for you coming up.
It's time for some loose behavior on the Rat's Ass Podcast.
So what do we do when famous people say and do some really stupid stuff? Abdul El Sayed. Real American name like Joe Smith, right? The Democratic candidate for Senator of Michigan is attempting to convince the working men and women of Michigan that he's a man of the working class. Well, let's start by giving Abdul one of these upside the head for being a communist Muslim Marxist, and another one for saying he understands the plight of the working class after his tax return showed he made $800,000 last year. And I'm going to give him a double whammy. Oh, does that feel good? Yeah, for selling the illusion that he's a doctor when he doesn't see patients. El Sayed is another Zoran Mamdani, a lying Muslim turd sauce salesman. Oops, that one slipped again. My bad. Yeah, he probably just got hard.
Hey, heads up. Here comes your celebrity cheese.
All right, let's get the sad news out of the way first. Actress Shelley Fabre, who starred on Coach and was in 3 movies with Elvis Presley, passed away at the age of 82 over the weekend. You know, Fabre, during her time in the sun, was a naughty hottie, and I damn well guarantee she got a piece of the Kang. Oh, yeah. Shelley had a good, long life, and may she rest in peace. Turns out that Hayden Panettiere's mother could have been part of the reason why Hayden's no longer with us. Leslie Vogel said she gave Hayden a it's him or me ultimatum over her on-again, off-again relationship with Brian Hickerson in their final phone call together. Now, I get mothers will always be mothers, but what a selfish act to force her daughter to choose between her boyfriend and her, don't you think? I mean, we're still waiting on Hayden's cause of death report, too. It's been 18 days. While we're young already, okay? Let's find out what really happened here. Last week, news broke that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle were leaving the USA for 6 years, after 6 years, to return to the UK. Now reports say they only intend to go for a year. They couldn't say this up front. Yeah, we're going to leave the USA and go back to the UK for a year. They couldn't say that up front. They had to wait a week to add this little tidbit. You see, this is why nobody likes these two little snobs. And Jessie James Decker is removing her very large breast implants. She says she wants to feel more like her younger self. So she's going to take out the big boobies and go back to the small boobies. Well, Jessie, welcome back to the Itty Bitty Titty Club.
That's just about enough of that.
And that is a naughty slice of celebrity cheese for you.
Who gives a rat's ass?
Rat's Ass Podcast. Email from our Gmail.
All right, this is where you send your questions, comments, and observations to my producer, Fleabag, at ratsasspodcast@gmail.com. And anything goes. The more outrageous and salacious, the better. And it's impossible to offend me, but you're always welcome to try. Bert K. from Salem, Oregon said, "Here's how I feel about the NFL expanding outside of the United States. We better get a damn team in Portland before Canada, Mexico, England, and Germany." Yeah, well, there are a few U.S. cities deserving of an NFL team first, but it always comes down to dirty, rotten, filthy, stinking money, Bert. You know this. But yeah, Portland would be a great place to have an NFL team. I agree with you on that one. Paula S., Fort Collins, Colorado. I got to take issue with what you said on X about Roadhouse with Jake Gyllenhaal being as good as Roadhouse 89 with Swayze and Sam Elliott. Please explain yourself. Well, here's how I break it down, Paulie. If the Gyllenhaal film had a different title with the same story, the two movies would stand alone. This is not a remake by any stretch. The only similarity is Gyllenhaal's character's name is Dalton. That's it. So what if the movie was called Bunkhouse and Gyllenhaal's name was Walton? I think you'd dig both films. Denise B., Cumberland, Maryland, said, how do you feel about interracial marriage? Look at Denise coming with the heavy stuff. Denise, to each his own, okay? If you don't care that your children probably won't look like you, go for it. You be you. Andy P., Santa Ana, California, said, thank you very much for this, Andy. He said, that was an excellent piece you wrote on your blog about Javier Becerra. You're right. He's acting like he's got this election in the bag. He won't answer questions. He won't lay out his plans or ideas. Becerra is a real piece of work. By work, you mean shit, and I agree. He came up with some cockamamie idea to offer free electricity Monday through Friday between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. And we both know the power companies are just going to jack up the rates at other parts of the day to make up for it. I mean, this guy's an idiot. There will be a bigger exodus from California if Democrats steal this election like they did the mayor's race in Los Angeles with Bass and Rahman. You know, I drive into Hollywood twice a week, and it's like going from heaven to hell in 33.2 miles. It really is. Yolanda J., Flagstaff, Arizona, said, let me get this straight. You said you and your wife have separate bathrooms, closets, bedrooms, and you cook, do laundry, help with the chores around the house, plus you've been married for over 40 years. Honey, where can I get one of you? And plus, I always put my shopping carts back too, Yolanda. But you know what? You don't want a guy like me. You really don't. No.
Immature. The man's immature, you know?
Yeah, I would just drive you absolutely nuts.
Rat's Ass Podcast. Head trauma.
All right, the challenge today is called It Sounds Dirty, But It's Not. Have you figured out what the three clues describe yet? Let's review. Clue number 1, I get turned on by men or women in charge. Clue number 2, you're finished before I am. And clue 3, the last strap-on, I'm the last strap-on you'll ever experience. All right? If you said the electric chair,
Yeah, baby.
congratulations, you got it right. But if you missed it, go see a doctor about your head trauma and get well soon. I got to shake, rattle, and roll. I'm going to go stock up for our second anniversary show on Thursday because we're going to get hammered, man. We really are. But first, is this real or is it riffraff? Did you know male ducks have a corkscrew-shaped penis? Alexa, is this real or is it riffraff?
This is going to make you jealous, but yes, it's true.
Really? I bet that's where the phrase fuck a duck came from then.
Did you think it was because it rhymed?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I did. I mean, come on, let's say it together. Let's say fuck a duck together. Are you ready?
Did you think it was because it rhymed?
Yeah, I said. Yeah, because it rhymed. But let's say it together. Come on.
Let's not and say we did.
Oh, come on, Alexa. Are you too much of a prude to say fuck a duck?
Do you know what you can do with that duck stick?
Okay, playtime's over. There you go.
Get the fuck out!
Bye-bye. Try to have some fun with Alexa, and no, she was not having any of it. All right, got a few shout-outs to Rat Nation. Rob Kennewick of Cranston, Rhode Island. Kirby Hollins in Newport News, Virginia. Sherry Klein Smith of Yukon, Oklahoma. Bernie Youngblood of Bellevue, Washington. And Nancy Johnston of Honolulu, Hawaii. And around the world to Edinburgh, Scotland, Toulouse, France, and Valencia, Spain. And guess what I'm going to do? Yes. I'm going to pour a little glass of Don Julio to salute you all with after I do this.
Now's your chance to be one of the few and the loud. Join Rat Nation at ratsasspodcast.com. Membership does have its rewards, you know.
All right, that's a wrap of this. Let me try that again. That's a wrap for this episode of the Rat's Ass Podcast. Go to ratsasspodcast.com to visit our hub and listen to previous episodes. You can read the blog. It's loaded with lots of hot topicality, including brand new Radio Wars and the Walk of Shame. Check out the new Axe Radio, too. Join the mischief at Rat Nation and connect with us on the socials. We'll do this again on Thursday, August 30th. Do take care of each other, and thanks for stopping by the Rat's Ass Podcast in partnership with the Oz Podcast Group.
The conversation continues between podcasts on X and ratsasspodcast.com. ratsasspodcast.com.